everyone. So I've got the whole family together here. Dan's just in the background and he is editing a video. We've got Sweetie here. And what I thought would be fun is if I went through Dan's collection and picked out the fragrances that I like the least. So Dan knows full well about the frags that I really don't like of his. Some of them really do get quite a negative response from me. So I thought I'd just pick them out and show you why I don't like them. Some of these are really, really well liked in frag.com. They get loads of videos, loads of attention. They make all the top 10 lists and I think they're shit. So, you know, it's my opinion and you're just going to have to like it or lump it, and maybe Dan will speak up in defense of some of these fragrances. So let's start. The first one I'm going to start with, I actually hate the entire line of these fragrances. This is the very original one. It's called Amen and it's by Thierry Mugler, also now just called Mugler. And I do not like this fragrance and I do not like any of the flankers. Oh God, it's just, there's this overdose of patchouli and there's something really cloying and unpleasant in there. There's obviously a note in there I really don't like, and they seem to have carried that theme across every single flanker they've released. I just really do not like the Amen line. Dan, what do you say about that?
It's not one of my big favourites either, so I'm not going to argue. I don't find anything unpleasant, but I don't. It's not a big favourite for me, but okay. I do enjoy it more than you, and think I can see why some people like it, and it performs really well.
Yeah, fortunately, it's not one you actually wear that often, is it? So, luckily for me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now you're not going to like this one.
Okay.
Cedrat Boise. Cedrat Boise by Mancera. This is one of those fragrances that gets hyped, it gets talked about, it gets put in top 10 lists, everyone says it's lovely, it's beast mode, gets great reactions from the ladies, all that crap. Dan wears this one quite a lot, so I know Dan likes this one a lot.
Yep. I
just find it a bit annoying. It's not that it smells bad. It's just that it is so strong. It's overwhelming, and sorry, I really hate to shatter your illusions, boys, but if you're wearing a fragrance because you and you want it to be beast mode and you think that that's going to get the ladies, actually I'd say quite the opposite's probably going to happen. By all means wear strong fragrances, but don't wear 10 sprays of strong fragrance. It's a bit off-putting, and that's the problem with Cedrat Boise. It is so strong, overpowering, overwhelming, and it doesn't really change. It's quite linear, so it just gets boring. It gets a bit annoying to me. So Dan, please don't wear it.
Okay, well, I'm surprised you don't like that one. You used to think it was quite nice.
I did used to think it was alright, yeah.
It gets compared to Aventus a lot, but to me it's a slightly fresher, fruitier take on something a bit similar, and yes, it is a bit linear. It's the same the way, but all the way through. But I love it from beginning to end. I think it's really nice, fresh, and I think, you know, as a fragrance fan, we want it to be strong smelling.
Yeah, I get that, but
it's good that you're warning men that not every woman wants that.
Yeah, I think if you're a fragrance fanatic, you want to wear really strong fragrances, that's fine. But if you're one of those people that follow the likes of Jeremy and you think that a really strong beast mode fragrance is going to get you a bit more success with the ladies, then I think probably people are a bit disillusioned. Hopefully there's not too many people out there like that, but that's the impression I get from the crowd that seems to love Cedrat Boise. So it's not that it smells bad, it's just slightly annoying and a bit too loud. Next up then, here's another one. It's an Aventus clone, and it's called Club de Nuit Intense Man. This one gets a lot of love in frag.com as well as being a very good Aventus clone. It's actually my least favourite Aventus clone. I have nothing against Aventus. I think it smells really good, although a bit overhyped. Problem for me with this one is I think they've overdone the patchouli in the opening notes, and there's a bit of a burnt rubber smell as well. It does get there, it gets good in the end, but it's too annoying for the first half an hour or so. I don't think it smells that good, so I prefer it if Dan doesn't wear it. I think he's got enough Aventus clones that he could perhaps just leave that one well alone. If you're looking for a really good Aventus clone, I think you can't go wrong with Parfums Vintage, because they use really amazing ingredients and all of the different variations. I mean, Dan's had me smell a lot of them and they all smell really good to me in slightly different ways, and I just think he gets it right, and I think that smells cheap to me, I'm afraid. Okay, anything to say on that?
It's not my favourite Aventus clone, actually. I don't wear it very often, to be fair. But I still think it does smell good in the air. Most people will find it good if you wear it. I think it's only if you're smelling it on the paper close that some of the annoyingness is more noticeable.
Yeah.
So I still think it's a good one, guys, to get confidence.
Okay, right, next one then. Now, I used to love this, and you'll probably find I've put it in videos saying it's one of the best men's fragrances, and it's called Bogart Pour Homme. And I do still agree that it smells good, but the problem is it's another one that's extremely potent, very, very potent. Dan was going through a phase a while ago where he wore it quite a lot, and it started to get on my tits, I'm afraid. It's just so loud, so dominating, and again, it's a bit linear. So whilst it smells good, it doesn't really change that much on your skin. It's a sweet tobacco, fresh kind of fragrance, a bit like the likes of Le Male and La Nuit de l'Homme. I feel like it's in that kind of vein, but it just doesn't do much. It just stays the same, and if you're wearing it a lot, it gets annoying. Dan, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm surprised you used to love it.
Yeah,
and it was you that helped because we had a sample, and you said, "Oh, that's actually really nice." So, I don't understand. Yeah, really nice, great performance. Masculine but sweet, and it's got that nice mixture of the sweetness with the tobacco. Really like it. Maybe it doesn't develop and change. It smells a bit synthetic, but you are very, as with many women, you're a bit fickle, and one thing that you like 1 month or 1 year, and then suddenly it's no good. So
true, yeah.
I'm surprised. I definitely strongly disagree.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, then, I'm gonna go with Green Irish Tweed.
God.
Green Irish Tweed. Now, I used to think this was quite good, and I have always preferred Cool Water, which it does get compared to. And I think the problem with Green Irish Tweed, there's this note in there that's a little bit cloying to me. It's a little bit kind of like mouldy seaweed or something. It's just a bit blur. I prefer Cool Water, even though Cool Water does smell synthetic. It's a very attractive, very fresh and clean kind of smell. Green Irish Tweed is almost like is like dank, mouldy leaves in the forest or something. It's just a bit dank. I think the dankness does leave eventually. It does get better, but you have to wait quite a while for that to happen. So I just don't really like it. Dan?
Very surprised with that one. Really great, brilliant fragrance, lovely fresh verbena and greenness and violet leaf and sandalwood. I do think that a dominant note is dihydromercenol, which is the same thing in a lot of fragrances, including Cool Water, and that can be tiresome to some noses. So
maybe there's more in there in Green Irish Tweed than there is in Cool Water. Maybe
I'm very surprised that you think Cool Water's better.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Don't get that.
Fact. Right. Next up, Bentley for Men Intense. Dan loves this one, and I have to admit that at least it stands out. It's quite different. It's very rich, but there's this overdose of patchouli in there that just ruins it for me. That is it. I can completely put my finger on why I don't like it. It is the patchouli, and Dan is a big patchouli lover, aren't you?
I do like that. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Anything to say on that one?
I can understand totally that that's going to be off-putting to a lot of people. I don't wear it that often, not just because of you, but I do see your point. I like it as a work of art. I do still think it smells good on a person too, but I can see it's polarising, and not everyone's going to enjoy that. Yes, I get it. It's polarising. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So next up, now this is called Rag Bar, and it's by a company called Lataffa. And there's also a fragrance called 24 Gold, which I think they smell pretty much identical or very close. And I really don't like this one. And I think it's because there's this weird oudiness going on there with a synthetic sweetness. Now, there was one night a couple of years ago, or about a year and a half ago, where Dan felt the need to spray about 10-15 sprays before bed. And it didn't go down well, we'll just say that. It's just synthetic sweetness and a weird, fake, horrible oudiness. I just do not like it. Although I can see why some people like it because it is quite sweet. Not doing it for me at all. Dan?
I can understand, again, it's not to everyone's taste, but I think it's a really, really nice, sweet, exotic kind of burnt sugar smell. I'm surprised because you like vanilla. That's got lots of vanilla and syrupiness, and it's balanced with, I wouldn't say that strong of an oud note, but definitely a woody element underneath that. I just think it's really, really different. Really, really pleasant and slightly exotic and great value for money, and it performs well. But you obviously smell something that I don't
something
get.
In there I don't like.
That supposedly oudy note that I don't think is that prominent.
Doesn't smell like the natural oud that we smelt recently from, what's that company called?
Arige
L'Adore. It smells nothing like the ouds from those samples, which were natural ouds. So I'm guessing it's the synthetic oud that I'm actually having issues with. It's only very understated in that fragrance, but it's noticeable enough to put me off.
Right.
So I think I'm on the last one now. And this is another Tweed fragrance. It's called Milla Imperial. Very well loved by frag, comm, and probably by normal people as well. And to me it smells fake and cheap. Smells like fake, I don't know, like watermelon ice lollies. Watermelon ice lollies, by the way, what a great idea. Totally eat one right now, but I don't really want to smell it in a fragrance. Yeah, just smells a bit cheap. It also has that thing in it, maybe, has it got Hydrodine Mercenary in it?
Probably.
I feel like there's something in there that's similar to what's in Green Irish Tweed. And I just don't get on with it. There's like a green fuzziness, just a bit sickly. So I'm not a massive fan of Milla Imperial. Dan?
I'm surprised. Well, it's not my favourite Tweed fragrance ever, but I don't see how anyone could be annoyed by it or find dislike it. It's really, really pleasant and fresh. It could be maybe not the most exciting thing you've ever smelled, but I'm baffled sometimes. I really don't like stuff. So yeah, really, really nice, fresh, likeable, summery scent, and I'm surprised that you don't like it. But it's all about opinions and taste, and there's no accounting for taste.
It's definitely not. No, and I'm really sorry if I've offended anyone. I know that a lot of these fragrances are really well loved, and I'm not saying that you have bad taste. We all like different things. They just don't do it for me and my nose. They might have done at one point in my life, but my tastes have changed and they just don't work for me anymore. So those are the fragrances from Dan's collection that I just don't love. Please let me know what you think about what we've said here. I'd love your opinions. I'm thinking I might get trolled, but come on, bring it on. And let's just see if Sweetie wants to have the last word here. Yep, she's a good cat. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.